Okay, just a quick show you, we got the battery put back together, got all the shielding on it, and we're ready to bring it back to the car. And surprisingly, we had no leftover nuts and bolts, so I must have done something right. Anyways, we'll get this back in the car. Okay, so now we have the battery back in the car. I went ahead and hand tightened all the 12mm bolts to get it set back in place before you tighten stuff down, because it'll make alignment easier if you're getting ambitious. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna remake our reconnect all of our connections for, I might go the other side of the car. So we did our main power connections, and again, make sure your orange service plug stays out during all of this, because you don't want these hot. You want that to stay disconnected. So you can test it with a tester if you're not sure, and touch it to make sure you got no power, and safer is always smarter. So we'll go ahead and make our connections back to the computer. And then earlier I was telling you about the fan. So here's where the fan's located. It's the ductwork. I've seen some people's pictures where they don't take this all the way off to get the battery out, but I just went ahead and took everything out, and I wanted to inspect the fan, make sure it wasn't too terribly dirty, and then of course you disconnect your battery. So we're going to put some more stuff back together here, and then hopefully we'll have a car running. Okay, here we go. We put everything back together. We have the car running right now, but this service plug right here is kind of tricky. When you slide it back in, you need to actually slide it down, but it's one of those things, I had to do it a couple times to get it to work. But the other thing is, when you're starting the car for the first time, you got the check engine code on. I had a tricky time starting it. What I did is I actually had to start it, and once I got it to start, it kind of didn't start right. Then I let out my foot off the brake, and I actually pressed the brake again, and then the car actually started the second time I pressed the brake. And I still have a caution light. It's not a check engine light, it's a caution light, so I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to get my code reader and read if it's spitting the trouble code yet, and then we'll try to get rid of that, and then maybe we can take it for a drive.